What's up, everybody? We are going to have a conversation about Gizelle Bryant and Pastor Jamal Bryant and this thing that they're calling a relationship that they're premiering on The Real Housewives of Potomac. I just wanted to talk about this situation because I've talked about this before, but I just felt compelled to talk about this a little bit more because this is really disturbing to me. And of course, she has the right to make the decisions of who she wants to be involved with. But something just seems off, not just with the relationship, but with Gizelle. Because to be honest with you, in the seasons past that I've watched of The Real Housewives of Potomac, I actually did like her. I don't dislike her, but I see why a lot of people don't really care for her, and she does and says some things that are really not likable. And I feel like with Gizelle, because she is considered to be a beautiful person based on what the characteristics of what the beauty standards are with someone who may be fairer skin, having light eyes, long light colored hair. It's just one of those things. It's not what the standard of beauty really is, but because she has those things and those things have been considered the standard of beauty for a long time, some people may consider her as being a very beautiful person outside, but on the inside, the characteristics that come out, she does not seem like a very beautiful person on the inside. When Monique joined the cast of The Real Housewives of Potomac years ago, she came across as a bit envious and judgmental. And I know that they do these things on these housewives shows when a new person comes on the cast, someone, whether it's just one person or several people, they tend to do some type of hazing of the person just to see if they're going to stick or to see if they can drive the person out and make them a one-season wonder. But Gizelle, she just was a little bit over the top with it, and Monique was not here for it. So I like the fact that Monique stood her ground, and honestly, like I said, I felt like there was some jealousy there. So it's kind of funny that she actually has green eyes, because you know what they say about, green-eyed envy. She seemed to be a bit jealous of Monique, and Monique being in a loving relationship with her husband, and they're having kids. They just had a new kid not too long ago, and Gizelle has been on the show and she has not been in a relationship that has been a long-term one. She's dated a few people here and there. She introduced us to Jamal Bryant on the first season of The Real Housewives of Potomac as being her ex-husband and him not being able to keep his thing in his pants. Like, she literally said, quote, he loved to spread his salami. I mean, that's what she said. And there have been so many rumors out here about Pastor Jamal Bryant, some confirmed and some not, because he did have relationships with other people while he was married to Gizelle and had sired some children from those situations. So they've been divorced for 12 years. They have 3 children together from their marriage, and the children have grown up. They're still growing. Very beautiful girls. And how ironic is it when a guy who can't really seem to keep himself still and be faithful winds up having girls all the time? Because I believe some of the other children that he had outside of the relationship he had with Gizelle are girls. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to mention that. Well, on this first episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Gizelle is having a FaceTime conversation with Jamal. And I don't know, I just feel like there's some marketing there for his church. Because you remember he had Kanye West at his church. he's been seen as somebody who's, I guess, like a civil rights, I won't say leader, but someone who is working in the arena of civil rights to bring attention to some things. But he's been called out for a number of things as well. Like when they were going to have the COVID test done at his church, people had to pay for them, and there was a lot of backlash involved with that. So that got scrapped. Well, his daughters are there. One of the daughters has on a hoodie or a sweatshirt, and it's got his church logo on the front. So I said, okay, little branding to show people who don't know anything about the church, the name of the church on the show. Okay, I see you. And then she calls him up and they're having a FaceTime conversation, but the guy, he, even though just may have been tired at that time, you know, I get that, but he did not seem interested. And when they were showing pictures of them together, even from before, he just looks very like, whatever, I'm here. She's got the big smile on her face, and he just doesn't seem like he's happy. I don't know if she is making the right choice and decision by being with this guy, but also this could just be for her as well as having a storyline for the show, because with these Housewives franchises, as you all know, you have to have some type of storyline. And she was dating another guy, and he stopped being comfortable being around, so he stopped showing up. And he obviously wasn't that interested, because if he was, she could have said, well, we're seeing each other, but he just doesn't want to be on camera. Obviously, he wasn't, because he stood her up for a couple of events. For example, the wedding for the previous season, Candace got married. And Gizelle invited him, and they were supposed to go together, and he said he wasn't going to go. So I don't know if it's something about Gizelle that turns people off. We don't know, because we're not in the relationship with her. And no, it's not okay for Jamal to have been unfaithful to her in their marriage. But something just seems really off. And I'm going to play something that the daughter said, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this subject.
Children.
Hi.
Okay, can y'all help me with these?
Yeah.
These are our new bar stools.
I have the scissors.
Okay. Okay, so you pull the box towards you. Oh, I love them. So pretty. All right, y'all want to sit down and take a load off? Because we need to talk about your first day, school. And as a matter of fact, let me see if we can get your dad, because he wanted to know about your first day.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Bob.
Hi.
All right, I got my bar stools. George, get up so you can see it. You like it?
Yeah, very nice.
Some might think it's a little crazy, but yes, I'm back with my ex-husband, the one and only Jamal Harrison Bryant.
Jamal is a mega international pastor in Atlanta,
And we've been divorced now 12 years. We have rebuilt a beautiful friendship. We have co-parented our children. I had a conversation with Kevin Lyles, my best friend's husband, and he said to me, is anybody gonna love your kids more than Jamal? And I was like, no. He said, is there anybody that you wanna travel the world with and make memories with outside of Jamal? And I said, no. And he said, well, then what the hell are you doing? I'm gonna need for you to fix it. And I did.
First day.
It was good.
Tell me about it.
It's not exciting.
Grace, you want to say hi?
I said her.
All right, I'm getting these chairs together, and I'll call you later.
All right.
Okay, bye. So why y'all acting like y'all want to talk to y'all dad?
We do, but it was just awkward.
Why was it awkward?
I don't know.
He was just asking you about your day.
It's just like we feel like we're
Third wheeling.
no fifth wheeling.
What?
There's three of us.
No.
I mean, it's definitely different.
My girls is a little bit of a challenge. They were so young when we got divorced. They have their moments with daddy, or with mommy. That's all they've known. They don't understand the combination of the two. It's a lot for them to take in.
I was thinking you guys were feeling better about things.
I
When
like
we're all
that.
together, it's just you two and us three. Like, it's not a full family. Like, you guys just act like
So fake.
he'll just like call us just to make you feel like he's doing his part, or like
He calls us, and then 2 seconds later he calls you
and tells
just to tell you that he called us.
He wasn't calling you just to impress me. He was calling you to call you.
Like, I don't know what to say. I don't.
Okay. I don't know what to say either. And I think that you should trust your mother.
We're not saying we don't trust you, but we want the best for you because we know what he's done in the past. So.
Right after the twins were born, there was some tomfoolery, and y'all know what that means. I've said it enough.
Jamal was a cheater, pumpkin eater. He loved to hide his salami.
What makes you think that this time is different?
I don't know what a man's gonna do, but I believe and have faith in us enough to go down this road, whether y'all like it or not.
Well, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
But I'm saying, like, our family isn't the same as it was before. Like, it was better before you guys had whatever it is.
We are the adults, you all are the children.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's the adults that are running the family.
You know.
Okay, so it really sounds like her children have a lot of good sense. And they know, no matter how old they are, they know their dad. And children, they sense things. They don't want to have, of course, they would love to have a mom and dad together, living together in perfect harmony, but they don't want to have their parents together if the parents are not happy, and they can sense where one is not happy, or they can sense that another one is doing things that are not right. Children pick up on those things. And sometimes we adults, we don't listen to our children because we feel like we know more than they do. And that's one of the things that Gizelle exhibited when she said, like, you know, we're the parents. And the kids are just like, okay. And they said, well, we know what he's done in the past. That is crazy. But she, again, may be doing this for the show. It just could be a storyline. She may not be that into him, just like he isn't that into her. I really don't believe that he is. I don't really know what the attraction is, but to each their own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And it's not just about looks, but he just comes across as a very arrogant person, not also that he's not the most attractive person, but he just is he seems very arrogant, and he just doesn't seem that interested. But he is definitely about his business, and his church is his business. That is what he is all into, and that is why he could have had this woman as his wife and his first lady and be all into the church and be unfaithful to her because he just was not that into the marriage. I'm sorry. She can do whatever she wants to do, but I could not be with somebody who was that blatantly disrespectful and they claim to be a man of God. That is a freaking lie. There's just no way I could be involved with somebody like that. And like she said, she just has faith enough to go down this road again, but then she has to add to it whether we like it or not. We really don't care that much. We're just saying what we see. And when people have to add that little salt on it, then that lets you know that they already know something's up, but they're just trying to defend the situation and fend off the quote unquote haters. Nobody's hating on their relationship or their situationship. We just see what we see. And obviously she either doesn't see it or she may just be doing it for a storyline. But Jamal, he's definitely all into it for getting more exposure for his church, for his brand, for who he is and what he's trying to accomplish. So I just wanted to get that out of my system because I just really wanted to share my thoughts on it and say that we'll see how this goes. it's just the beginning of this season. I'm not doing reviews on the show, but I just wanted to talk about that situation. And also that Gizelle, she just is not one that seems to be very genuine. She has the friendship with Robin, but Robin, she comes across as more of a sidekick and doesn't really express her opinion very much with Gizelle to stand her own ground where Gizelle is involved. And Gizelle has done some things that are not very cool. She was not very nice to Karen, and I never agreed with this because people go through things in business. People owe money. Sometimes you may owe taxes, back taxes, and whatever. But to call her out for it and then try to degrade her and make her feel humiliated about the situation, that was not right. She did something that was so tacky, where she got a t-shirt and she had these things written on the back of the t-shirt, which it was like a little cheap t-shirt, and it wasn't even one that was like she paid to have done. It was just ridiculous. But she was having lunch with the ladies, and then when she's leaving, she's wanting to make sure that Karen is reading the things that she has written on her shirt, and she's calling Karen's husband names. How asinine, how low grade, how despicable, how just juvenile of you, Gizelle. It was really ridiculous. So where it involved Karen and how she was treating Karen, and the house situation that they moved out of Potomac. Were they buying the house? Were they renting it? Who cares? If the money isn't kind of coming out of your pocket, Gizelle, then who cares? That type of stuff, especially for people that are in that age bracket, it's just so ridiculous, so juvenile. And I didn't like it, and I still don't. And so I understand why she doesn't come across as very likable to a lot of people. She may have some one-liners that are funny sometimes, but she doesn't really seem very genuine. So I don't know if she has any like true, real, legitimate friendships with ladies that are on the show. She may have them in her real life, but with the people that are here, I don't know. She's had knockdown dragouts with Charisse. And Charisse even, said something that made me laugh. And I felt her, like Charisse was just like one step away from dragging Gizelle. And I don't think Gizelle would have wanted that. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on that, guys. So thanks for joining me for this podversation. Let me know your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section. And this is the Minister of Beauty. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel by clicking the links in the description box, and for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And until the next time, have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.